Hey there, Capricorn. This is Isel. I'm under the Altruistic Mystic on YouTube. I'm newer here. I'm a newer reader. I wanted to let you know that I pre-shuffled everything before starting this just because it takes a long time to upload things. So that's what's up. Until I have an actual computer, this is all off of my phone. So until I have an actual computer, then I can't. I don't really want to spend all of the extra time waiting for these to upload. Anyways, let's get started. So at the center, you know what? I really want to mention here first. It seems like the recent past is very prevalent right now. And the reason I say that is because it feels like, you know, communication has been pretty harsh. There's been kind of a standstill in communication. There's also been a level of stagnation. There is, I feel like, a level of heartache here as well. Like, if you wanted to add this as a third sword, you'd have three swords here, the Three of Swords. Like, you know, I don't feel that this is a third-party situation. I feel that this is a couple who has had some really, really frustrating communication with each other. The communication has been at times heated, at times not heated like I heat this information, more like heated, like on fire. Communication is very harsh. It can sometimes be almost like where you are leveraging to have the upper hand. There's energies here where people are basically one-upping each other, kind of like tit for tat. Like I don't know why you would want to experience that type of relationship. Some people thrive in that, and I feel like this is not that couple. You know, I don't feel that that is this couple. I feel that this couple, Capricorn, is a couple that truly does love each other, and they're wanting to get back into a stable energy with one another where they're flowing, you know. So I do want to mention that, though, that's pretty important here as far as what's going on. And it feels like potentially the female in this situation may have been at times more aggressive with the words, or it could be the female that is the one that's taking more time to herself in regard to this. Okay. You have here, the Queen of Wands here. She had initially flipped out in reverse, and I put her back because I didn't really, you know, she wasn't actually being called for anything. She just fell out. So I put her back, but she fell out again here where she had fallen out before, and this time she's upright. And I feel that that's important to keep her here. I feel that the female in this situation, I'm feeling also there could be some like Pisces aspect to that, like Sun, Moon, Rising. Just pay attention to that if it matters. If it doesn't, But you guys have had like it's like a standstill. It's like a battle of wills. That's what it is. It's a standstill and a battle of wills. Because here, if I had kept her in the reverse and just kept her, she would have matched quite perfectly with this King of Wands in reverse. So this is a couple that is fighting. They're kind of at each other's throats. They are, and I mean, I don't mean that like physically, like you guys are beating each other up, but I do mean it in the way that it's kind of cutthroat energy. It's not an energy that is easy to be around. These are two people that are just like, there was another sign earlier that I think I put the title, The War of the Roses. I don't know if anybody's seen that movie from the 1980s, The War of the Roses, but like check out the trailer. I'm sure it's on YouTube. Check out the trailer though. But this feels like The War of the Roses. It's basically like a relationship where they're out for blood, you know? And while I don't think you're like beating each other up physically, I do think that there's like a lot of abuse that's happening here, especially in conjunction to the severity of the energies in regard to these past situations where we've been in a quarreling mode, in a level of automatic venom. Like the person doesn't even have to do anything and you're already like ready to like, you know, like that kind of stuff. Like it's like really harsh energy, you know? So I guess just be kind of conscious of that, you know, but you're trying to reestablish something here. And I think that that's the big important part. Even though I feel that there's also a tendency to fight as well. And I feel that too, into the future, and I want to clarify a little bit more. I've clarified a bit, but I want to clarify more on that King of Wands in reverse, because he is, in a way, part of this future aspect here. Here we have in this particular point right now, in this current energy, we have the King of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. King of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. So it's interesting because at the bottom of this deck, we have the Queen of Cups. King and Queen of Cups. With the Ten of Pentacles in between. So your home, your stability, your life together, long-standing relationship, an energy where we have built things together and we plan to continue building things together. We're just in a really nice rough patch, not so nice. So, and it's interesting here too at the bottom of the, so at the bottom, underneath the Queen of Hearts, the Queen of Cups would be the Lovers. So Queen of Cups, Lovers here with the King of Cups. This is a couple that is long-standing. This is a couple that loves each other dearly. So it's interesting too, like you have a lot of major arcana right here. And I just want to go through the major arcana right now in regard to this King and Queen of Cups, okay? Now I'm going to show you all the major arcana right now and what I just found in here. So into this moving forward energy here with this King of Wands, I'm sorry, we have judgment. So this is you using your judgment in regard to this person. This is you needing to be able to trust what it is that we are walking into, needing to be able to trust. Are you going to treat me like this anymore? Are you going to fly off the handle? Are you going to be abusive, like mentally and verbally and like, you know, cutting? Like these are bad things to be with your partner, especially when we have a long-standing commitment to one another. The Ten of Pentacles, like this is long-standing tradition. This is legacy. You know, this is intentional building upon a lifetime together. And like, that's something to pay attention to. That's the card that comes with the King of Cups, you know, and I think that the King of Cups is, King and Queen of Cups, I feel is like you both when you are stabilized, when you're not fighting. I feel that there's a level of deep love here. It's a really, really connected energy here between you, you know, but right now you're just kind of really raw. And at this point, you know, this King and Queen of Cups are kind of harsh. And when you get two people that can be incredibly emotional and deep within their emotion, and you turn them upside down, you turn their worlds upside down, and they get heated with fighting and anger, you get this. But you also get people who know how to cut deep where it will hurt the most, because they know your emotional aspects. They know the depths of where you feel. And so they can insert themselves in places where in this type of energy, it's almost devastating, because these two energies here, they are so incredibly hurtful, and they're intentional in their pain within communication regarding this. I hope this is making sense to you or somebody. Due to the depths that these people know each other and can go with each other, like harsh energy, it's magnified beyond belief when we're operating out of this energy. So it's no wonder that you're having like deep need for communication and healing. I want to go over these major arcana cards though. So you have Judgment. You have the Lovers. You have the Empress. I'm sorry, you have Justice. You have the Star. You have the Empress. This is talking about deep communication, a definite need to go within and have faith within one another. There's something about that you need to be very, very true with one another in regard to what it is that you want in this situation, what it is that you feel will stabilize you each and as a collective together, what it is in regard to your children that you want to move forward in this. This is stabilizing after a very, very deep fight and a series of fights and miscommunications and hurt and just frustration. I feel that you have to do this though, because there's something about your family that it's imperative. And I don't mean to sound desperate or dramatic. It just seems that drive within both of you is so strong and fueled that like it's almost like you're willing to almost do anything in regard to that to stabilize it, because it's that important to you. You have the Lovers and Judgment. So the Lovers, Judgment, yeah, like you really, it's almost like the way that you get treated here with this very difficult communication, it's worn away at you, because you know what, for somebody to have attained this level of connection with somebody, this is a long-standing relationship. You have to be incorporated with this for a long time. Okay, so you know, if you've been treated like, you know, this for years and years and years, painful communication, no wonder you want to like leave. This is for a longer relationship. This isn't like we were dating 2 weeks ago and we're all in love. This is for a couple that has been together 5 to 10 years, you know, like 5 to 10 years, and like you've established some major things, and even more so like 20 years. That's fine too, but like the minimum is like 5 to 10 years here. This is what I'm talking about. Yeah, you're so in favor of healing things here, but you also, I think that there's a level of, I think you're going to seek counseling, but I also think I feel like you're going to do things for yourself that you're both going to incorporate. This is silly. You're both going to incorporate, like, it's not silly, I guess. The image was silly. But what it is essentially from that picture is better self-care. Better self-care. You are, the image was like bath bombs and like, you know, Lush, the company Lush everywhere, and like just tutti fruity bathroom smelling ridiculousness, but it feels good. Like there's something about that, that the healing aspect of that is really helpful. And I think there's something too about like being able to do that together. And I don't think you would have expected this person, you know, to enjoy it that much, but they do. And I think that there's like an element of romance in that too for you, which helps heal this relationship. You know, it's like, I think that you're going to be more apt to actually pay attention to the healthy parts of this relationship once you're able to really get this taken care of, you know. And you need help in here. You need help in here because there's a lot of conflict in the way that you communicate. It's too much. It's too much. You need help here. You know, I clarified that King of Cups. You know, this was the clarification for the Queen of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles. So stabilizing it, working it, making sure that we're not even making sure, we're entering back into something. We want to build on it. We want to continue working at it, and we are dedicated to it. You know, and for the King of Cups, what came out, because because the King of Cups can be tricky, kind of. So when I asked for the clarification on the King of Cups, I said, show me the true intention of the King of Cups. Show me the true intention of the King of Cups. And you got the Sun and the Ten of Cups. So you both really do love each other. You both care about each other deeply, and you want to stabilize the situation. And that's great. That's great. You know, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You need to learn how to talk to each other, though. Like, that's the main thing here. You have to. And he has to be more open about the emotional aspects of himself. Like, and that's something that maybe has been a little bit more difficult, but he needs to do that. He needs to do that. And you need to talk about your fears together, too. There's something about needing to talk about your fears together, because it opens up a completely different avenue for you to get to know each other now. This is like, you've been together for so long, you know, you've been together for so long. Like, you got 6 major arcana cards out here. Like, seriously. Like, I know there's one more, I'm sure. Oh, it's in my hand. Oh, where? This energy is happening. Like, you don't really get to stop this. Like, you get to learn in it, but like, you know, I think it's important to like realize that it's a coming, you know. You really don't get to bypass this. This healing is happening for a reason, and I feel like you're staying together. I feel like you have family. I feel like you have children. 6 of Cups. You know, I clarified this this King of Wands in reverse. I also said, what is the true intention of the King of Wands in reverse? And you know, what ended up coming out was we have the 9 of Cups. So like, this person, yeah, when they're pissed off, they're total asshole, but you're not nice either. Either way, whoever it is, like, this couple is like, it's not cool, it's not good. Like, in the bad parts, it's bad. You don't want your family around that. But when you are stabilized and when you are like actively seeking like outer help to help this, it gets way better and it gets easier to manage as it goes on. You know, you find different ways to communicate. You find different ways to understand each other. You know, like I was saying, you've been so long together that you, it's like you needed this shakeup and this threat in your relationship of potentially losing it, you know, by recognizing how we communicate to one another, that you are, it's like you surrender to wanting to know each other in a new way, because there's a definite level of love here. You have the 2 of Cups here, you know, 2 of Cups, 9 of Cups, 10 of Cups, 6 of Cups, King and Queen of Cups, you know. The Fool. The Fool, along with the Four of Pentacles, you know, deciding to go on a new journey together and holding fast to that, like holding on to that, like, hey, you know what? I love you. Let's hold on to this, you know? Yeah, I really think that you guys are going to stay together. You do? Show me. Heart-to-heart conversations. You have to communicate. You have to do it well. And when you do it, you must infuse it with love. You know, we have romantic feelings. Your feelings are worth... Oh my gosh, what is it? Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. This is what I'm talking about. You have to communicate. You have to talk about your fears. All of it. You have to. And you must, from this point on, you must be conscious to infuse your relationship with love. You have to operate from a level of love. And that's hard for a lot of people. I know that. But you can do that. You have every capability of doing that. You're going to be entering into a level of where you're relearning how to experience your partner. So, yeah, Capricorn, I think that you can do this really, really well. And I trust that you can, because I know how granite rock you are. You know, you're so granite rock. I love that about you, Capricorn. You guys are fucking solid. And when love is at stake, you fight for what you want. And you fight for each other. Stop fighting each other, but fight for each other. So, yeah, my name is Isel. I'm here on YouTube as the Altruistic Mystic. If you like this, if this made sense to you, please feel free to share, like, and subscribe to my channel if you like. And yeah, I hope that was helpful. And I will see you towards the beginning of the middle, the middle of the month. Yeah, so take care. All right, have a good night. Bye.